The sun beat down mercilessly on the marble stones of Arlington National Cemetery. The air was still, almost sacred, as hundreds of people stood in silence before the tomb of the unknown soldier. Every sound, the scrape of a boot, the gentle click of a rifle, the rhythm of a soldier's march, carried weight. Then, a laugh broke the silence. It was sharp, mocking, and completely out of place. Heads turned instantly. A teenage boy in designer sunglasses and a baseball cap leaned on the railing, smirking. "He's just walking back and forth." The boy jeered loudly. "What's the point? He's guarding a box." Gasps rippled through the crowd. Parents pulled their children closer. An old veteran clenched his jaw. But the tomb guard, an immaculate figure in crisp uniform, face like stone, did not flinch. He continued his measured steps, rifle at his shoulder, eyes forward. The boy's mother hissed, "Tyler, stop it." But Tyler just shrugged. "What? It's dumb. He's not even allowed to talk," he said, rolling his eyes. That was when the guard stopped. His boot struck the stone with a sharp, echoing sound that seemed to pierce the air. He turned with machine precision, facing the boy. For a moment, no one breathed. The guard's voice thundered out, deep and commanding. "It is requested that everyone maintain a level of silence and respect." The words hit like a cannon blast. Even the wind seemed to die. Tyler's smirk vanished. The guard's eyes, cold, disciplined, unshakable, locked with his for a single, heavy second. Then, without another word, the guard resumed his march. But something had shifted. Tyler's mother's face burned with embarrassment. "I can't believe you," she whispered. "These men died for you to have the freedom to stand here and act like that." She pulled him aside, but he barely listened. To him, it was just a soldier doing a job. Until the rain came. As the crowd thinned, the clouds rolled in, and a sudden storm broke over the cemetery. Most visitors fled, but Tyler's mother, determined to make him understand, dragged him beneath a nearby monument, still within view of the tomb. The guard was still there. Rain soaked his uniform. His gloves dripped. The brim of his hat streamed water down his face. But he did not move. Step, turn, step, turn. His movements were as perfect as before, his rifle glinting through the rain. Tyler watched, frowning. "Why doesn't he just go inside? He's getting drenched," he said. An elderly man beside them, a veteran with a cane, turned toward the boy. His face was weathered but kind. "Because, son," he said quietly, "he made a promise." Tyler looked confused. "A promise?" The old man nodded. "That guard stands watch over men who gave their lives but whose names we'll never know. He promised to never leave them alone, not in the sun, not in the storm, not even in a hurricane. You mock one of them, you mock all of them." Tyler swallowed hard. The guard's steps echoed through the rain, steady and unyielding. Something stirred in him, a strange mix of shame and awe. The veteran continued softly, "That man's been marching since before you were born. Guards have stood here, every minute of every day, since 1937. Not one second has gone unguarded, not during blizzards, not on 9/11, not during COVID. Because some promises are sacred." Tyler stared, speechless. He watched the soldiers' precise movements, the unwavering discipline. The rain didn't matter. The pain didn't matter. The duty did. Later that night, back at the hotel, Tyler couldn't shake the image. The guard's boots striking the marble. The sound of the veteran's voice. He looked up the tomb of the unknown soldier on his phone. He read about the soldiers buried there, men who had no names, no families to claim them, no graves with flowers. And yet, someone had sworn to never let them be forgotten. He didn't sleep much that night. The next morning, Tyler woke early. He told his mom he wanted to go back. She was surprised but didn't argue. When they arrived, the same guard was there, immaculate once again, rifle gleaming under the morning sun. Tyler approached quietly this time, hat off, hands clasped. He stood beside the railing and watched in silence. When the guard passed, Tyler whispered under his breath, "I'm sorry." He didn't expect the guard to respond. But as the soldier turned, for just a split second, his eyes met Tyler's again. There was no anger this time, just quiet acknowledgement. The boy stayed until the end of the shift, watching the ceremonial change of the guard. When the relief soldier arrived, every movement was synchronized perfection, the inspection, the rifle exchange, the salute. Tyler's chest tightened as he realized the magnitude of what he'd mocked. Before leaving, He walked up to the veteran from the day before, who was there again, sitting quietly on the bench. Tyler held out his hand. "Sir," he said softly, "thank you for your service. And, I'm sorry for what I said yesterday." The old man smiled faintly and shook his hand. "That's how we learn, son," he said. "Respect isn't something you're born with. It's something you earn when you finally understand what others have sacrificed for you." As Tyler and his mother walked away, he glanced back one last time. The guard continued his eternal watch, step, turn, just as he always would. The boy who had laughed now walked away in silence, his eyes heavy with a newfound understanding. And for the first time, he truly understood what it meant when someone said, "Freedom isn't free."